Geeking Out in Class. My name is Jen, and I'm here with SK.
Hello.
And what have we got for you today? We are going to be talking about the new balance changes that recently got updated in the game. We're going to be talking about our clan games, how we finished, and the rewards. I think we talked about the rewards, so we'll just talk about how we finished. We're going to talk about our wars going into leagues. Leagues are starting in 12 hours. And we're going to talk about our wars, what we've got going into leagues there. And we are going to talk about the events that are on right now. We're going to talk about the Supercell shop and the new skin that's coming out for the next season. So where would you like to start, SK?
We can just start from the top.
Okay, so the balance changes that were recently made to the game. The changes were 2 days ago, I believe, in the update.
It was.
So some pretty major updates, balance changes. I meant to say. The builder hut weapon range increased from 6 to 7 tiles. So that little builder that you upgrade, he got an increase in how far he can hit. The defensive builder's movement speed increased from 24 to 28. So they get to the defenses that they need to repair quicker.
Did they repair quicker as well?
I think so.
Okay, so those two sort of items there indicate to me that they must have thought the builder hut itself wasn't very good. And that it needed a buff. My practical experience of that is I've not been into many wars, and my builder hut level was only 1 at that point, so even then didn't make much of a difference. I don't know what it's like in the top league play.
I think this last war I hit a base. I think he had upgraded builder huts because I think.
But was it up to the max?
It wasn't the max. I think it was only level 2, if I was correct. And to be honest, I didn't really notice anything. So.
Yeah. So, but I guess their data must be saying that it's not made a difference that they wanted.
Right.
So they've buffed it, really.
Yep. This is a big one. The Headhunter's DPS has been reduced for each of the levels. By 3 at level 1, by 5 at level 2, and by 7 at level 3. That's a big one for defense. Because we use a lot of headhunters in our CCs, and I mean, if you're not prepared for that, I know when we first started in wars coming up against them, our 11s, and even myself, we struggled killing them because, they packed quite a punch. So this nerf on the headhunters is kind of big, because it will make the queen charges, and your heroes, it'll kind of help them in that they won't die as fast and stuff. So
yeah. What do you think in terms of offensively, as in taking them into attacks?
I never really used them to begin with. Just because I always used a rage, or I always used a freeze. I never took the troop space just because I had other troops in mind when I was hitting. It was very rare that I ever took a headhunter. So for me, the decrease is, it is what it is. It's I don't think I'm going to notice because I didn't use them so much to begin with. And I knew that if I was dropping the headhunter, if my timing was off, there was a chance that headhunter wasn't even making it to the hero. So I wasn't putting a lot of stock in it anyway.
I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure probably 90% of my headhunters are it's just cannon fodder. I'm like, oh, I've got a headhunter, and my queen's getting killed by a champ. I'll just drop the headhunter, and pretty much she'll die like within the next 2 seconds. So I've never really gotten the value from the headhunter just because my level of play is just not there. Um, so I think for in terms of that sort of balance change, it affects us in terms of defense rather than offense, um, and that in combination with the last balance change that was the super minion, I think has weakened that combination. Because let's say, I don't even know if you can fit all this in, but let's say you have two headhunters and a super minion. That was actually always quite hard to do because you would have to choose how to place your poison because they were so fast.
You'd have to drop poisons, or you'd have to drop you'd be spending 2 spells.
Yeah. So I mean, this is not movement speed, so you probably still have to choose, but you probably have a little bit more time, as in you're not going to lose your queen as quickly once it's getting hit. But I do think that combination is weakened slightly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
The next one is another big one. The Inferno Dragon's movement speed is decreased from 20 to 18. And I think everybody knew why it was getting decreased.
This is another nerf to the Inferno Dragon, because there was one where the starting the beam was slowed down. Yeah. So this is the second time they've nerfed.
This is the second one. Because even after they nerfed it the first time, they realized that it's still overpowering bases, and not just, where you're hitting a base and you've got, 30 seconds left. I mean, people were getting 3 stars with a minute and a half left.
Was that before both the nerfs, though?
I still saw a lot of people using it after, and still at least a minute they would have left.
I think they probably didn't account for the fact that they also gave you another level of baby dragons, and isn't that how that the levels go up? So we also almost got another level of Inferno Dragons.
Yeah, that's true. And the big one, Town Hall 14. Poison DPS increases more quickly. I didn't really have to experience that this war, just given that the Town Hall was only level 2, and I used dragons, so I didn't really notice it that much. But you were saying that people, maybe in the forums or where you had read?
No, just general, like the pro players in their matches when you're watching the streams, and I think people who was it? I think was it Boom that said that it was noticeable in terms of how it affected some of their attacks and things like that. So if in my head I'm thinking if the pro players are seeing a difference, then it's doomsday for us.
Yeah.
So, and I have been seeing a lot of that. And okay, what I will say is I have, from the streams or matchups that I've seen from the pro players, it's almost it has had an impact in that it's not a rollover and it's going to be like a 14-14 war all the time. So it has.
Well, that's good because it was so offensive heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I chose 14 rather than 15 because that's still, but you were pretty much guaranteed at least a minimum of 13, 14 stars pre these balance changes, with those matches that you could see, but from the matches that I've seen now, it's not guaranteed, is what I would say. And a lot of that is not because, oh my goodness, it's swung the other way. A lot of it is and this is how Supercell likes to do it. They like to do sort of minor tweaks, be it, okay, it's more time fails, or okay, actually, it's not as effective to use this style of attack or use this combination anymore. So I haven't been hitting Town Hall 14s with max level 5 Town Halls yet, so I don't know how bad it is. I'll never know how good it was, and I don't know how bad it is now. But definitely in terms of like, because I've just been using the super gobs to farm, and then when you're getting a 10 Hall, you can just see them go poof, Um, and for me, just in terms of farming, I noticed that poison lingers a lot, a lot longer. Whereas, with the freeze, it was okay, the freeze has been released and you can still walk over it and not get frozen. Whereas now, because it's that ongoing effect, you're like, okay, maybe I'll not drop the goblins just yet. But I've not tried attacking, like proper attacking Town Hall 14s yet. I'm still in that new Town Hall farming lull of, oh my goodness, there goes all my attacking skills and muscle memory. So good luck, because,
Well, I was just going to say, it's a good thing we're going into leagues then and not a regular war. Because we're on a streak.
So, yeah, I mean, fair warning, you know what I'm like. My heroes have been down. I've been farming, so it's a double whammy of muscle memory atrophy or something. So so that balance update, I think, is probably the most significant in terms of from what I've seen from people playing. But for us and our clan, we've not experienced that yet.
No. The next balance change is the Grand Warden will be less likely to follow hero pets. I didn't even realize he was following your pets.
No, neither did I, to be fair, but that's because I've been farming and I don't farm with my warden.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then the last one is Eagle Artillery will be less likely to target hero pets.
That one I have noticed.
That one I did see.
Yeah, it's quite obvious when, like, how heroes tend to be quite heavy anyway, and you knew that if you put a hero down, it would trigger the eagle, but you would notice that actually the spotlight shines on the pet and not the hero. And I thought that was quite nice. I'm like, go pet, go be the sacrificial lamb. Go little doggy, pretend to be a lamb and get, blasted to smithereens. So yes, I did notice that, and it's a shame they've noticed it and sort of, because that did mean you got an extra couple of seconds for your hero to do work. Right? So I don't see why they had to fix that. But probably because they were like, pets is the new toy right now, and it's getting culled out of that attack too quickly. But yeah, if anything, I almost feel like if it's going to target the hero, it should target the hero and the pet, so the space in between, because it does splash anyway.
Yep, it should.
So that's what I feel. I don't feel like it should just solely target the hero, because, you can't deploy a pet by itself. But the pet can live without the hero.
Yeah, it'll go to another hero, I think it said.
So I do feel like, because they come as a package, I feel like it should be a shared kind of thing by the eagle.
So that's it for the balancing changes. Clan games was the next thing we were going to talk about. And how did we fare in clan games?
I thought we did well. Everyone managed to get, what we as a clan agreed would be our approach going forward. So we as a clan, every member tends to get half the game points. So if it's 4,000 per person, then we ask that you get 2,000. If it's a special clan games and it goes up to 5,000, then it's 2,500 per member. I don't think all of our clan people know that. It's just because it's so often it's 4,000. So we might need to remember if we ever have another clan game big event, just to remind people that it's more or less. But yeah, everyone managed to get it. All the established members managed to get, that minimum. So I am not fussed by that. We didn't max out, but I'm actually not too fussed about it, to be honest. What matters to me normally is just the fact that the clan works together, and that's shown by the fact that everyone got what would be the minimum for a clan.
This is actually, I think, only our third or fourth time not getting max clan games since clan games was introduced. I think we only had 10 people at the time clan games was on. So, I mean, for us to even, I mean, we got everything but the last tier. And it was like you said, like, not too fussed about it. We didn't have to, send numerous mails, make sure you're,
Yeah, to be fair, it's the people that we kicked, they would always leave it until the last minute. And I'm like, why do you make it hard on yourself that you have to do it all in one go on the last day? So to be fair, that's fine. The people that might have helped us max out the games would also be the people that would be like, are you gonna actually get the minimum, let alone max, so I mean, yeah, it was Book a Building was the one that we were interested in,
and an elixir room,
and elixir room's fine, we can farm. Book a Building, I already have one, and we've got the events, so yeah.
Well, and like I said, when we did the last episode, I wasn't too fussed because everything, you can get in the season pass anyway. So
yeah. Okay, so yeah, no, not disappointed.
Had there been a hero book there, though, I would have been.
Well, yeah, completely. Yeah. I would be too, because you know what I'm using them for. But because it's not, I'm not too fussed. And nobody's been vocally upset about it either. I think they understand the situation. Okay.
So, as I had mentioned earlier, leagues are starting in 12 hours. We're still in Gold 1, so that's where we're going to be going in. Going into leagues, we are now on 6 regular war wins in a row. This last war, we got a real crap match. They put they roster engineered hard, put a Town Hall 4 at the bottom. I, as a new-ish Town Hall 13, pulled a Town Hall 14 and a Town Hall 13, so that was pretty special. And I think their number one waited. He wanted to see what I was going to do, but we actually had our Town Hall 12 hit the base first, and he got 2 stars. He did really well. I kind of explained to him.
Did he wait? Oh no, when I woke up this morning, pretty much 2 to 4 were cleared. He waited on your base. Yeah,
he hadn't hit me.
So, like, basically, the top half of the warboard, minus you, was all 3-starred.
No, there was a couple Town Hall 8s, because that's what they ended up not clearing.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. And when I woke up, only the top half of the warboard, minus you, had been 3-starred, but nobody else from the bottom had hit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, our Town Hall 12 did really well. He
got 2 stars.
I kind of explained to him what my plan was, and I said, we had a couple scouts on the base because, I'm hitting a Town Hall 14 as a Town Hall 13. I wanted to see where the traps and stuff were, give myself, every chance that I could. And so I kind of, we had our 11 hits, we had our 10 hits, just scouting different areas. And then I said to our 12, I said, this is what my plan is. I said, anything that you can do to provide me more information, said that would help. So, he used an air attack as well. He used E-Drags where I used Drag Bat, and he ended up getting 2 stars. So it was, good on him that, he got the 2 stars where, sometimes my base...
as well. It was a solid too.
Sometimes my base, would defend. It did in this war. It got crushed. 3 stars because he spammed me. But sometimes, just given where the town hall is, they get a 1 star and whatnot. So a 2 star can win the war. And in him getting the 2 star, it, took the pressure off of me. So then I could go for the 3 stars because I knew we had already gotten the 2 stars. So yeah, it was a really good war. They ended up not even finishing. I was pretty choked when I logged on after lunch today and saw that he had 3-starred me, and I was just like, oh man, like there's no way I'm gonna get him. We're gonna lose. And then I looked, and they still hadn't cleared a couple of our Town Hall 8s, and they ended up not finishing.
They left 1 Town Hall 8 and 1 starred. I think because they had an active players. And I think from what you were saying about, you saw that they had 3-starred you, I think it's that whole psychological warfare, isn't it? You're like, you know that you're on the back foot in that case, because you already know that you have to 3-star to have a chance of drawing at the very least. But yeah, so they had the attacks to do it. They had the attacks to clear that Town Hall 8. And certainly they had the Town Hall 9 with attacks left. But they just didn't attack, so that's how we won, and it was just, sheer luck. But
we also won because we wouldn't have lost. It wouldn't have been
a loss. It wouldn't have been a win, but it wouldn't have been a loss. But
because scouts helped and we ended up getting.
And we worked together as a clan, and I think that's where a lot of our wins come from. And I noticed that the other clan that we were facing, like after the end of the war, the leader or the clan must have realized they lost because nobody attacked, right? So they did their own sort of house clean and emotions as well. The Town Hall 9 that could have attacked that Town Hall 8 was now an Ember.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I was like, yeah, they've had their own cleanup, so it's not like
that was very much a war that should have been tied. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I don't know why some people that join our clan are like, oh, you're so strict, blah, 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 blah. So, we're not the only clan out there that
no.
has repercussions if you don't work as a team. But yeah, no, good, well done, Jen, just for that one. It was, I know how awful it is to be.
I mean, he was by no means an upgraded Town Hall 14, but he was definitely a max Town Hall 13, and he had a level 2 Town Hall, and he had some of his builder huts done. So he was into Town Hall 14.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And like we were just saying, we didn't know how strong that poison buff was going to be.
And that's why I ended up choosing Drags over my usual hybrid. Just because I knew that, it had recently gotten a buff, and I didn't know how strong it was going to be, and I didn't know if I was going to need to heal over the Town Hall, and it was just, because I knew I needed 3 stars, it was just better knowing that Drags are much more with the hit points and could withstand that, so that's why I ended up choosing Drags in the end.
Mm-hmm. Great, so we're going...
And crushed them!
Yes, you did. You smushed them.
And just want to say, I mean, for how much grief we always gave our Town Hall 11 when he used bats against multi-infernos, this base had all 3 multi-infernos and both scatter shots, and I still smushed them, and I had bats left over. They were cleaning up the base. So it's all on the freeze drops.
There's a difference between, where you drop your bats. If you're dropping them right in front of an inferno, then That's a whole different matter.
You got to have a plan too, because I mean, you've got to have something tanking the multi, or you have to, plan to be having a freeze for that, or whatnot. And I was lucky that my slammer was going through and was tanking some wizard towers and the scatter shot, and then left the freezes for the multi inferno.
All part of your master plan, I'm sure.
All part of my master plan to crush him, and it worked.
Well done.
So the events that are going on right now, my goodness. The first event is Town Hall Wrecking. 500 experience and a book a building. But you need to do 20 freaking town halls!
Yeah.
20!
But you're farming, so...
Wow.
It's great.
The second event, there's 4 events. They all end at the same time. So the second event is the Tiny and Shiny, 30 goblins for 400 XP, 10 gems, and a resource potion. You only need to attack 15 times with those. The Ice Golem, the Cold Feet, 1 Ice Golem for 400 XP, 10 gems, and 2 power potions, which is good. 15 attacks with those as well. And the one that I like, my favorite one, because it's only 10 attacks, is the Inferno Baby Dragons. 1 Inferno Baby Dragon for 300 XP and a hero potion, which I like. Because my heroes aren't maxed yet, and my troops aren't completely maxed yet, I do still like those potions. They help, for sure.
Great. And have you done any of them?
I have done 3. Well, 2 and 3.
I have 3 left.
Oh, look at you.
Well, only because I'm like, no. I'm not going to leave it all to the last minute and forget because I have to do my one last attack and then the timer runs out. No way. Yeah. Not this time. I'm just going to do them all, blitz them through.
I'm going to have to do mine today because tomorrow I'm working and I don't want to leave it to the last.
But the Town Hall one gives you the book of the book of building. I already have one.
Well, you have to do something about that then.
Do you have any preferences as to, what I should use it on?
Finish a Tesla.
Yeah, well, no, I could do that. It's more whether you, as the War General, I defer to you and whether, you wanted me to do my Town Hall, anytime.
Well, that would work too.
Just in terms of weight, though.
Well, we're always getting outmatched. It doesn't really matter how smart we try to play the weights. We're always getting outmatched.
Well, yeah, but, just be mindful that, obviously, if I'm doing my Town Hall, I think that's quite a weighty thing.
I think it would help if you had that.
So, do you think I should get to 5 as quickly as possible, or...?
Maybe wait until leagues are done and then start doing it. I mean, it doesn't make sense to gain a lot of weight through leagues because it's not going to really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe wait with that. I honestly, just take 50 gems for the book.
So completely the opposite of what you said 10 seconds ago.
Completely the opposite of what I just said a minute ago. Take 50 gems.
I'll think about it. I just wanted to know what your opinion was.
So, other than that, we've got a new skin, which is what?
There's a new skin. So I think a lot of the content creators have showcased it. And
I haven't seen it. I don't even know which one it's for.
It is for the Grand Warden.
Okay.
And it is a Jungle Warden.
Oh.
So you'll have to look it up later or, wait until the weekend.
So it's another theme skin.
Well, you've got the jungle theme, you've got the jungle champion.
Yeah.
Seems to be another set. There'll be another set, yeah. But this time the jungle warden, it's following the sort of jungle theme, and it's the whole voodoo-y kind of. It's got one of those masks.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know how in the scenery skin that you buy, the deluxe version or whatever it was called, there's that man that sits on the giant. We thought it was a giant with the mask, and he was sitting on the top of the pyramid. It's got that same kind of mask, basically,
Okay.
right? And then the warden guy's got a staff with a skull on it, and he's holding a little voodoo doll thing. And I think the key feature of this jungle warden, besides from the mask, is he's bald.
Oh.
So, because I think the people were spinning him around, and it's like, where's his hair? He's gone bald. So yeah. But we can discuss that, obviously when they release it. But I mean, do you like the fact that there's going to be another set, or?
It'll be fun for Halloween, I guess.
Yeah, if you remember this time.
If I remember.
But yeah, so jungle warden, and then I assume there'll be a king and a queen afterwards.
Yeah. So, I guess that's in 9 hours. I don't know where my time went. But the season kind of flew by, and I can't believe it's the end already. And yeah.
Have you done all your season challenges?
Oh yeah, I long completed those. I haven't done all the challenges, but I got all the way to the yearbook. I mean, I get that soon because I still have heroes to do. So when I get this dark elixir, it's gonna be a pain because I'm not gonna be able to use it. But I'll get some.
Is it tomorrow? Sorry, did you just say that?
Is what?
Is it tomorrow?
In 9 hours, it ends.
Sorry, it's just dawned on me what you just said. That it's tomorrow. I'm like, hang on. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. I'm just not used to the fact that actually I have to resource manage now. I've been just so used to max. I'm just not used to hang on. I actually have to think about what things are happening and when now. Have I done my season bank?
I'm actually quite excited because I have a builder coming up in a day and a half, so I won't be losing too much of my loot to people raiding it. I'll actually get to put it down for defenses and stuff. So.
Yeah. Nice. Sorry, I totally did not realize that and did not include it into my whole plan of stuff. So I could put all my heroes down again. No.
You could, but we're going into league, so you gotta wait.
Yeah.
Make everybody wait.
There's. Could I squeeze another one in?
Yeah, if you use a ton of builder potions, and is that gonna be worth it?
No.
No.
No, Jan.
No. So the next thing on the list, or the last thing on the list, was the Supercell shop, which is what?
So, I don't have the notification, and you don't have it either, because they've actually relaunched the Supercell shop, but only within, I think, 4 countries.
Like the online shop you're talking about.
Yeah, so like when you could buy physical things, like you used to be able to buy like the plushies and the badges, socks and stuff. So they've relaunched that because they did close it, I think, and I don't know if they've now, because they used to farm it out to another company to do. I don't know if they're just keeping it in-house now, but they've relaunched it for 4 countries. I think it is. I think it's obviously the Netherlands. Is it Netherlands?
Mm-hmm.
Different places that do not come to my mind right now, but it doesn't include where I am and where you are, unfortunately. But they don't have any merchandise yet, but they do have two things there, and this is where it gets interesting because what they have for sale is gold passes, right? So they have the gold pass for 1 month, but then they also have the gold pass for 3 months at a discounted price.
What?
the face you're giving me. Okay, so but not only that, but they've now built in the functionality within the shop to gift this to people. So like I could buy you the gold pass.
Okay.
And send it through to you via Supercell ID.
I think the reason they were doing that is because a lot of the streamers do that for people anyway, and instead of doing gift cards and whatever else, like PayPal or whatever, they just wanted an in-game way to be able to do that for people.
Yeah, so I think the content creators sort of added the clout behind making this happen. But I think it was also requested a lot. For example, clans that, might have wanted to reward certain players or have fun in their clan to, have little competitions. And then they could just, it's always like, can I buy, instead of giving you like an iTunes gift card or a Google Play gift card, you can actually buy what they're going to spend it on anyway, which is the pass. Right? So
that's a pretty cool idea.
So they finally worked out how to do it, because I think it used to be a discarded idea or a ruled out idea, as they always say, and then ta-da, here it is. But yeah, so now you can gift people.
But not in our country yet.
No, which does mean that there's parts of the world that get the season pass at a discount, because if you buy 3 months worth.
Yeah, that's not fair.
But, yours is cheaper than mine in the first place anyway, because, yours is... How much is your season pass?
$6.99.
$6.99. Wow. Mine's like $4.99, so I don't think that's the right, exchange rate.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, but I thought it was kind of cool because I think they say like, okay, you could buy the set of free season pass at a discount, but you can, like I could buy that package and get free season passes, but I could give you one, and I keep 2 for myself, kind of thing.
Really?
I don't have to give the free as a set to somebody.
Well, I'll just remember that in March.
It's not out yet. But yeah, so I thought that was quite exciting. And it does help in terms of clan stuff if we're not that kind of clan, but if people have giveaways in terms of who has the best attack or what have you, there's the means to do it. It does mean you have to have a Supercell ID, and I don't have one. So damn. So I can't give you.
Well, you can send them all my way, because I have Supercell
ID. So yeah, I don't know how. Is it Supercell ID on each account? As in, it's a unique ID on each... Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Okay, I remember you telling me about it, and I was like, so you need a bajillion email addresses. Yeah, so I don't have Supercell ID, so I just choose not to, because almost like I'm just weird that way. So I don't... So for sure that I do not have that achievement in my profile. But yeah, no, it's good news, and hopefully the shop will be expanded for the merchandise, because sometimes they do have cute stuff or things that look quite kind of nifty in it. But yeah, I guess that I guess the news is that that's coming our way soon.
Nice. I'm excited for that.
Even if because like you and I have already fully admitted that we're probably just locked in to buy the season pass every month because of OCD and getting the skins, not so much because we want to, but just because we've started that now and we can't stop, kind of thing. So the fact that we can buy 3 months worth at a discounted price when we were gonna buy 3 months worth anyway, at full price, that works out in our favour. I mean, I don't know how much the discount is. It could be like a dollar off or something like that, but
still $1 in my pocket.
still a dollar, like you said, yes. So every little helps, as they say. But yeah, no, I thought that's good news.
Yeah. Can't fix stupid. Do you have one?
I don't know if I've said this before, but I'll just say it again because I'm old and my memory's going, so I can't remember if we have. But did I tell you about the time when this guy came in and then you go through the induction of what's going on, blah 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 blah, and then you ask them to sort of show what kind of attacks do you like to do, do you have any replays and stuff like that, and then at the end of it he was like, I'm not looking for a clan. So I didn't really know what to say to that because I'm like, well, and then it's exactly like those people that join and they say, I don't want a war. It's like, why would you click the accept button? For this, other than the fact that I invited you, you still have to do a thing to click the button. But this one was like, I'm not looking for a clan. Why the heck did you join one there? So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Have I told you about that one before?
I can't remember.
Your memory is as short as mine.
Mine is worse than yours, yeah.
But yeah, so that one was, I guess, self-explanatory as to why I thought that was stupid. But yeah, we're doing actually really well. I'm patting the back for us. We're at 40-odd minutes, so
Okay.
And we had lots to talk about. We must be getting better at this.
Getting better. Yeah. But I think that was all that we had to talk about today. So we will wrap it up here. The next episode, we will definitely talk about leagues, how that'll be going, because we're starting that tomorrow. And we'll see. Maybe there's going to be some more balance change updates coming up again. There's probably going to be some more events coming out. The new pass will be out, so the new skin we'll get to talk about. And probably, might be time to update on our minis.
Yeah.
Because we're getting pretty close on knocking out the last red one out of the Warlog in there, so we can talk a little bit about those.
We didn't talk about the fact
our experiment is going in general, and
we didn't talk about the fact how everyone's been invited to the party and not me.
Oh yeah, the clan that we're facing right now, I got 2 invites to go join them, so I kind of asked in clan chat to see if anybody else got an invite, but you didn't get the invite, so.
Oh, it's because I'm 10 out of 7, isn't it?
We will talk about all those things next time, and we will see you then.
Bye.